Hi, welcome to Trailers from Hell. I'm Larry Karaszewski. If you follow me here, you know that I have a soft spot for actor Richard Benjamin. I've done commentaries for every film he made in the early 1970s. Catch-22, Diary of a Mad Housewife, Marriage of a Young Stockbroker, The Steagle, The Last of Sheila. But I noticed the other day that one film was missing. I felt that was okay because it's not a film I particularly like, and I usually only do movies that I have a fondness for. Plus, the trailer for this film wasn't available anywhere. But then I found a 35mm version, and the completist in me couldn't be stopped. I had it transferred. So here, ladies and gentlemen, is the internet premiere of the trailer for 1972's misbegotten film version of Philip Roth's controversial novel, Portnoy's Complaint. When the novel Portnoy's Complaint came out in 1969, it was the hottest book of the year. It captured the zeitgeist. Everyone was reading it. It had a sexual frankness that made it controversial, yet it was classy, written by literary darling Philip Roth. It was the kind of book that would end up as a punchline in Johnny Carson's monologue. A bestseller, it naturally was snapped up by Hollywood to be made into a film. Richard Benjamin had starred in the movie version of Roth's novella Goodbye Columbus, and that was a big hit, so he seemed perfect to play the lead here. To adapt the book, they brought in one of the greatest screenwriters of all time, Ernest Lehman. He wrote North by Northwest, West Side Story, The Sweet Smell of Success, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. He was nominated for the Oscar 6 times. What could go wrong? Well, everything. Lehman decided to make this his directorial debut, and he never gets the tone right. Roth could pull this stuff off because his prose is superior. On screen, it's just smutty, leering, creepy. And for 1972, the film feels old-fashioned, unhip. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to get the writer of The Sound of Music to adapt the dirtiest book of the year. I'm feeling bad blaming the cast, but nobody comes off well here. Benjamin does his thing. It's absolutely nuts that he did this and Marriage of a Young Stockbroker back to back. It's like he spent 2 years ogling asses. Karen Black is a character known as the Monkey. The sex scenes are definitely cringeworthy. Lee Grant is only a few years older than Richard Benjamin, but here she plays his Jewish mother, I should say overplays his Jewish mother. It's a performance for people who think Shelley Winters is too subtle. Jill Clayburgh is actually okay. She's maybe the best thing about the movie. And Jeannie Berlin pops up briefly. That's never a bad thing. New York Times film critic Vincent Canby summed up why the novel works, but the movie is a disaster. It's the difference between good tastelessness and bad tastelessness. The headline of his review was, Portnoy should complain.